Hi Pisces, welcome to your January 2021 reading. So let's talk some astrology really quick before we get into the cards. We have a little bit of a rocky start to 2021, but it's like honestly, it will be a little bit rough, but it's not going to be anything like we saw this year. And there are a few sweet spots in 2021. Jupiter and Saturn are now in Aquarius, which is in your 12th house, especially if you're a Pisces rising, but that also counts for your other Pisces placements too. You're going to be feeling that energy in a 12th house kind of way. You guys are very comfortable with the 12th house. You are the 12th house. You are about the subconscious. You are about the imagination. You are about the dreams. You are very Neptunian, but you're also very Jupiterian because Jupiter is actually a natural ruler of Pisces. I don't know if you knew that, but now you know. Now you know. So we have Neptune there in Pisces. Jupiter's going to fly right through Aquarius and go into your sign in May of this year, and he'll be there for a couple months. And Jupiter is exalted in Pisces. So there's going to be a really sweet spot towards the middle of the year for a couple of months where we can like gather ourselves together, but up to that point, having Jupiter and Saturn in your 12th house, this is really about finding your own sense of self within. And because you guys are so comfortable with the 12th house, having Saturn in your 12th house is restricting. Yes, because it's like now you sort of have to find the reality. It's so funny because like I have Saturn in my 12th house in a natal chart, and I know how that feels. It feels like you're not seen. It feels like you're not being seen. It feels like there's not really like nobody really understands you. Nobody can really get you. Nobody, but again, you guys are very used to people not getting your energy. I'll even admit I had a very hard time connecting with Pisces when I first started reading tarot, just because I didn't understand it, and which is funny because my South Node is in Pisces. So I actually have a lot of Pisces energy that I work with, especially in past lives and when I was a child, but very imaginative, very dreamy, very open, very expressive. But the thing is now that that's being restricted, you have to sort of find out how to do that in your own way, and allowing yourself to see where you have been ignoring your own personal needs, ignoring your imagination, ignoring your subconscious, right? It may be that even your dreams are going to be a little bit restricted. Like you may not dream as much in the next 2.5 years that you normally would. A lot of people that have Saturn in their 12th house don't dream very often because their subconscious is restricted. This is really about you guys having to live in the real world, and that's what's going to be interesting for you guys. It's the flip of not being able to live, and it's not even that you guys are just living in an imaginary world all the time, but it'll feel more real. It'll feel more like rules are setting in. So moving and flowing and relaxing your way around what Saturn is trying to teach you. And a lot of it is more just like, here, this is what your path is, and this is what you have to do to be on your path and to be in the flow and to be doing what you're doing. And we all have to have a reality check every once in a while. So that's sort of what Saturn is going to feel like. In the beginning, it might be a little frustrating for you. It might be a little frazzling for you. Don't overthink it. Don't overthink the reality check. Every single time the universe is going to show you something with Jupiter and Saturn in your 12th house, every time that the universe shows you something there, take it as a learning lesson. Take it as like, oh wow, I was really sleeping on myself, and Saturn is actually showing me how to not sleep on myself. And this could be an extremely prosperous and productive 2.5 years if you allow yourself to flow with what Saturn's trying to teach you, instead of being like, no dude, I don't want a reality check. I want to live in my own little world. It's so safe here. I get it, man. Being safe in your own little world is very, very important, but it's time to work with humans, you know? Like, I know you guys don't really want to necessarily work with humans very often, but here we are, and it's a community effort. It's a humanitarian effort at this point. This is, you know, we have to really start thinking about everybody else in our lives, and not even just in our own personal lives, but how we're affecting the community and the collective at large too. You know what I'm saying? I just realized, let's move that. Cute, I'm cute. I didn't like clean anything up, I guess, before I started this. Okay, here we are. Ooh, love this. Love this for you. Okay, so you're feeling extremely creative. You do have a spark. You're ready for a new beginning. So we have the Empress, the Fool, the Two of Swords, the Ace of Wands. Let's get 2 more cards and we'll kind of chat about what's going on here. But definitely it looks like you guys are starting a new beginning, planting the seeds. And you know what? It's more of a surrender. Like, it's more of a surrender process that you're going through because, yeah. And this is why you know you have to surrender, because all of the things that you've been holding on to for however long you've been holding on to it, could be your entire life, which could, you know, your entire life could be 50 years, 60 years, or your entire life could be 20 years. However old you are, whatever it is that you're holding on to, or you have been holding on to help keep you safe, Saturn is going to look at you and be like, reality check. You can't hold on to things thinking that you're going to be safe in that, because outside material stuff or anything that we're trying to find the safety in on the outside, like, it'll be a temporary fix. It'll feel temporarily safe and not necessarily like in a big way. Okay? It's not going to be a long-term safe feeling. And that's what Saturn is going to show you. It's going to show you how to be safe on the inside. He's going to show you all of the things that you need to do to feel connected to everything, but from within. I hope that made sense. So, okay. So we're starting a new project. The last 2 cards we have here are the 9 of Wands, and then we have the Tower. Leading out of the reading, we have the Tower. And, you know, guys, the Tower isn't, I don't want you to look at the Tower as scary. I actually like it when we get Tower cards in readings, just because we know that we're moving forward. We know that we're evolving. We know that we can't stay in one place for too long. Otherwise, it gets stale. It gets stagnant. And there's no flow when we stay in one place for too long, right? There's absolutely like zero flow in it. So surrendering to whatever the Tower is bringing down, that's the goal. That's what you need to do. Surrendering to, and the Tower is all of the things that are not resonating with you, all of the things that were built on an unstable foundation, anything that feels restrictive, anything that feels like you have to force it to make it work, the Tower comes along and goes, whoop, right? So, 2 of Swords. See, and here's the thing, is when you're making decisions, this is very much like a Saturnian in the 12th house kind of card. You're like, I don't want to see anything. She's blindfolded, right? So when you're making decisions, it doesn't have to be so anxiety ridden. Swords are our thoughts. So if you put down the swords, if you released the thoughts, if you release the expectations of what it's going to look like when you take that blindfold off, when she takes that blindfold off, she's going to see a beautiful beach, the ocean in the background, everything sort of just falling into place, right? But with the blindfold on and the swords up, she can't see anything. So the defenses, you guys need to stop with the defenses. Like, you don't have to be so defensive, and take the blindfold off. And then you'll see what you've been missing. You'll see what's actually in front of you. And the universe has a really big gift for you. There's this spark. It's almost like a catalyst, right? It really goes very well with the Fool card. The Ace of Wands is like that catalyst to help us move forward, to push us in the right direction, to get us going. And the surrender, man. Let it all fall down. Burn, baby, burn. Just let it happen. And this could really be because Saturn, so, you know, we have Uranus and Taurus, which is in your communication section, right, of astrology. So, and Saturn will be squaring Uranus. Mars is moving into Taurus and will be conjunct Uranus, and Saturn will be squaring Saturn in Aquarius and Jupiter in Aquarius, squaring Uranus and Mars. Uranus conjunct Mars. And you may have a lot of this will be a very truth-telling month for you. You may have a lot of explosions, but you have to allow it to happen. Because if you hold it in, can you imagine the explosion from a Pisces when they hold in their emotions? Like a flood, like things will flood. Like, we're not scared of hurricanes. We're scared of Pisces opening up their emotions fully. Like the gate, right? The gate is open. And it's not even a bad thing for you guys to do that. That needs to happen. Because the more you hold on to it inside and the less you're allowing it to flow, the buildup is so uncomfortable. So let's see, Empress, wanting to create things. The Empress is the very beginning. You could be dealing with a Taurus or Libra energy. We also have Aries, and we have the Tower. See, here's the thing. Lack mentality. So, second guessing yourself. If there's a real concern about money right now, that is absolutely, like, I get it. I understand. When you finally recognize that Empress quality there, that Empress energy that you so badly want to be sitting in, is actually the creator of her own life, and within that Empress energy, there is no lack. When you realize that, when you see that for yourself, everything else doesn't matter. So what I really want to I want you to pay attention to when the money is starting to feel like it's really, really tight and you're not sure how it's going to, if everything is going to work out, or how everything is going to work out, or what, whatever is going to be happening with that. When you get to that position, when you get to that instance, I want you to this is about remembering who you are and how strong and powerful you actually can be. The Empress knows exactly what she can do. And you guys are so ready for this new beginning. Here's the thing. It's about having faith. It's about trusting that the universe is going to have your back, even though you don't know if there's a net down here that's going to catch you when you walk off that cliff. You see what I'm saying? So the Fool is about having faith. The Fool is about, and faith is not hoping that God shows up, right? Faith is knowing without a shadow of a doubt that there is something bigger than you that is helping guide you. And the thing that's bigger than you is your higher self. So it is you. You see what I'm saying? There's nothing separate of you that can't create greatness. There is nothing separate of you that can't create greatness. You see, everything within you can create this, and all you have to do is work towards it. That Eight of Pentacles is like, if you want to have a new beginning, you will do it. And that's the thing, and nobody else can tell you, nobody else can have the power over that to tell you how it's going to happen or where it's going to come from, or, just start moving in a direction. That Eight of Pentacles is like, don't skip the steps. The Eight of Pentacles is the Sun in Virgo. And creating the momentum is about taking that first step. Creating the energy momentum that you really want is about taking that first step. So get to work. right? That's the reality check. It's time for you guys to get to work. Not that you weren't working hard in 2020, but there's something new. There's something different that you want to do this time. And it's not really about the hustle. It's about doing things in the way that we feel that we can do them, and letting it all lay out. Okay. See? Oh, I love this. Ace of Cups on the Two of Swords. My dear Pisces, don't doubt yourself. I know that that is a normal reaction. It is a normal reaction in a lack mentality to doubt ourselves. And I guarantee you that Ace of Cups, the more you focus on filling that cup up, the more you focus on allowing yourself to make the decisions based on how you feel right here and not up here, right? How you feel right here and not in the mind. The more you make those decisions based on your own instincts and your intuition, listen, your intuition would never place you in a position to extend more energy out when you're not receiving it, when it's not being reciprocated. Your intuition would never put you in a position that will create more pain and more restriction and more blockage. Your ego will. So when you are in those positions of making those decisions that you know that you have to make, when you're in that position, I want you to ask yourself, is this my ego or is this my intuition? And that's how you're going to know. Your intuition only wants what's best for your highest good. And if it's overextending yourself in if the question is, should I extend myself to this person? Should I extend myself to work? Should I extend myself here, 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 here? And your intuition is like, you know better. You know that extending yourself to this person, you're not going to get anything back. You know if you overextend yourself at work, you're not going to get paid more. You know that if you put yourself in a family situation and they just trigger you, right? Should I really have this conversation? Should I really close this chapter? Should I really do this? Is it worth disturbing your peace? That's the question I want you to ask yourself. Because the universe has this gift for you. This, the Ace of Wands is a gift, it's a catalyst. It's a push forward. It's a spark. It's like lighting a fire under your ass. Like, let's go. It's time to go. Let's do this, right? Oh, look at that. So the Queen of Pentacles. So you could have an earth sign that you're feeling the feels for, or you have an earth sign maybe even lighting a fire under your ass. But the Queen of Pentacles is somebody who's very nurturing and kind, and she's really grounded, right? So the gift that the universe is giving to you is a catalyst to move you in another direction. It could be a person. You could be the Queen of Pentacles. If you have a lot of earth in your chart, or you're just allowing yourself to get grounded and you're the one that's nurturing and you're the one that's taking care of everything, you could very well be the Queen of Pentacles as well. My point is the universe is offering you this opportunity to get moving and get going. And once you surrender to it, because that Nine of Wands, you're tired, man. It's exhausting being you. I get it. It is exhausting being you. It's not easy to hold everybody else up, is it? So stop doing it. Don't hold everybody else up. Don't pull anybody along unless they're willing to give you a piggyback ride too. Give and take, give and take. So Nine of Wands, surrender. Ooh. And come into alignment. Okay, and then we have the Tower. Oof, there you are. There you are. Oh, Saturn lessons, the reality check. 10 of Swords at the bottom of the deck. You guys are so cute. I love you guys so much. You're so cute. Because I just want to like wrap you guys up in a big hug and be like, it's going to be okay, I promise. The Lovers on the Nine of Wands. Now, don't get too excited. Okay, so The Lovers, yes, the Lovers can be about a relationship. This can be something that you're manifesting, but for most of you, you're just ready to surrender to the process. This isn't about somebody coming into your life in January. Maybe somebody's already in your life, but this is a pure recognition that not trying, even if somebody is in your life, if you feel like you've been forcing the connection, or you've been feeling like you've had to like manipulate and navigate and move through things in this connection, and it's not like flowing in the way that you would like it to be flowing, right? So if this is about surrendering to the process. For me personally, when the Lovers card comes out in a reading, it's more about coming into alignment, because we all have that masculine and feminine within us, right? So if we had those two energies and we were in full alignment with those two energies, then it's going to be a lot easier to manifest in your life. Speaking of manifesting, if you missed the manifesting workshop, in November and December, we are having another one, January 30th. So would love it if you guys would join for that manifesting workshop on January 30th. The information is in the description box. It's an amazing workshop. It really, I mean, like, I'm even impressed with impressed with myself for this workshop. It's just really good. And it's literally all the tools that I have used to create my life. And everything in my life is exactly as it should be. Like, so I just want to hand that out to you guys too. Okay, the last three cards here, and then we'll look at the bottom of the deck. I told you Saturn was going to come in and give you guys a big old fat reality check in your 12th house in Aquarius. And it's going to be for the better. So we have the Queen of Cups with the Devil on the Tower. You could also be dealing with a Capricorn energy, but I guarantee you what this is saying is that everything is going to change. You guys are mutable. You can handle the change. But it's not going to be in a watery kind of way. It's going to be in a very much like, this is what you have to do. These are the lessons you need to learn. And yes, there will be some things that fall off. Absolutely. 100%. I guarantee you there's going to be some things that move away. But you have to remind yourself that when things are falling off, nothing is working, everything is restricted, feels really blocked, that's not a flow. That's not alignment. And so in order for us to get into alignment and to surrender to the process, we have to let the things fall off, right? 10 of Swords, Ace of Swords, Knight of Wands, 7 of Pentacles. The reason why the things have to fall by the wayside, and you're recognizing the things that have to fall by the wayside, is so you're not in a constant state of, what do I do? What do I do? I don't know what I don't know what seeds to plant. I don't know what direction to go in. I don't even know what I'm doing anymore. Blah, 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 right? And the universe is like, no, 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 no. Let me clear all this chaos out of your life. You don't even need this. It's filler, right? It's just putting a whole bunch of filler in your life to make things look prettier. And now it's time to let it go. Because now it's time for you to be stable, 4 of Wands. Now it's time for you to be strong. And it's also time for you to be able to listen to your intuition to make some coin. Like, we're securing bags, right? You guys got 3 aces in this reading. Okay? So the 4 of Wands, the Strength card, and the High Priestess. I mean, you deserve the safety. You deserve the strength. You deserve to be able to use all of your gifts, High Priestess, right? You deserve to be able to use all of your gifts. So that is why Saturn has to come along and say, no more. It's like, he's like, I just don't, I'm not going to allow you to sleep on yourself anymore. It's time to get going. All right, you guys, if you would like to have a personal reading, all my books are open for January. So if you'd like to have a personal reading, all of the information is in the description box to schedule. The manifesting class is in the description box as well. I love you. I hope you have a wonderful January, and I will see you guys very, very soon. Bye.